So, the real reason you're struggling in dating isn't what you think. And once you see it, everything will change. Number one, what you need to know is that attraction isn't always about looks. Have you ever seen a girl or a guy that maybe you deem attractive, but you see their partner and they may not necessarily look the part? That's because attraction isn't always about looks. If you have confidence or you're emotionally intelligent, that can override what you look like, especially confidence. If you see someone and yeah, they may not be the best looking, but you can see that they have like a lot of friends or they're super outgoing, or you can tell that they're just like magnetic, that's because they probably have confidence and they know how to talk to people. They may be emotionally intelligent. So stop strictly picking who you date based on what they look like. At least give the person a chance to show you who they really are on the inside, not just the outside. And I know for some people, you may think that you need to be attracted to who you date. That's fine, but just don't fall into the trap of thinking that everyone else has to be attracted to them as well. Next, you need to understand that there's a difference between chemistry and compatibility. Chemistry is more of like those initial sparks, whereas compatibility is more like, does it actually make sense for us to date? And that can be based on like your type of lifestyle. What are your families like? Where do you live? If the things that you need from each other don't line up, then you guys are not compatible, and that's okay. The worst thing you can do is try to hang on and get someone to date you who's not truly interested or who's not truly compatible with you. Next, I think both you and your partner may both need to have some level of emotional intelligence. And that's just so that you can understand what you need from each other. Like when you're emotionally intelligent, you're a lot more self aware to like what other people need around you. And that can be like a very helpful tool. When you have like empathy, that also helps you like just build those stronger connections. If you're not self-aware to what the people you're dating have going on, or if you don't even have like enough empathy, free game. Empathy in relationships can save a relationship. Like just knowing that, say if your partner had like a bad day and they come home and they're wanting to vent to you, like if you're just like, uh-huh, yeah, you don't really care. They're going to see that. They're going to possibly hold resentment for you for not truly listening. Like be empathetic to like what they got going on, and in return they'll do the same for you. If they don't, they're not for you. Next, you need to learn how to handle rejection without letting it like mess with your confidence. And this is more something I think women struggle with than men, because men have a far less percentage close rate with women than women have with men. A woman could literally be walking down the street and this guy's like, hey, with men, they're not as lucky. Even like the super model attractive looking ones, their close rates are a lot lower than for women. So just because you tried to talk to like a guy or a girl and they weren't into you, okay, whatever, next. Don't hang on to it. And you guys, I remember the first time I got rejected by a guy. I was in kindergarten and his name was Tony. And then I told one of my friends, I was like, I love Tony. And then it got back to him. And then he was like, oh, I don't like you like that, but I like that we're friends, basically. And like, honestly, you would think that I would have been like devastated, but I really wasn't. I was just like, okay, whatever, just because Tony didn't like me, I still found someone who does really love and appreciate me. And that's what I probably needed more than trying to find a boyfriend in kindergarten. So next, desperation kills attraction. If a guy or a girl can tell that you're like super desperate, it's going to automatically be a turnoff for them. They're not going to be super interested in you because you've made them a priority. Whereas to them, you may have had priority potential, but your desperation puts you in the option category. So just don't come off needy, don't come off desperate. Like people can like smell that. It's crazy how much people can sense like desperation, or sometimes people could just get vibes that you don't have like the best intentions. And if you're desperate, that can be like a bad vibe for people, or well, they'll just like start responding to you slower because they think that they like got you hooked, you know? So next, just try to have like some type of life out of dating. If you're strictly living to like find your other person, then you're not going to find them. Once you stop looking and you just stop focusing on yourself, that's when they show up. So just focus on you. Focus on making sure you're whole as a person, not just trying to make yourself look whole or just solely doing something because you think that other person might like it. Like if you like playing basketball, join intramural or something. Like if you like playing chess, find like a chess club. I'm not saying that you're going to like instantly find the person that you're supposed to marry in these groups, but just getting out of your comfort zone and like finding hobbies, finding things that you like is going to give you more of a chance than not. You get what I'm saying? So next, I think just try to build like deep, genuine connections. People love talking about themselves. So when you meet somebody new, try to like ask them about themselves. You may find things that y'all have in common. If you're both interested in it, that's something for you to talk about. And even if it never turns into dating, that's still a new connection that you made. They might hook you up with somebody else, or it could open up other doors. Like you just never know. It's okay to be trusting, but still be aware, you know? So next, you need to work on trying to make like good first impressions. So I used to really struggle with like looking people in the eyes, and I would just look at the nose. So if you struggle with that, just look at their nose. They're not going to know that you're not looking at their eyes. And then also I try to give like a pretty firm handshake, because that can really say a lot about a person, how they shake your hand. And like I will try to like not really make it about me. I try to make it more about getting to know them. And then once I get to know them and I find something that we have in common, I'll delve into that. That's what really keeps a conversation going. And that's what makes a really good first impression. So lastly, you need to stop attracting the wrong type of people. And that takes a lot of inner work that you have to do on yourself, and just make those realizations. Like there's people that go through their whole life that think they have nothing wrong with them, and they end up with this cycle of dating the same type of person because they haven't looked inward. If you don't look inside and become self-aware of your own flaws, your own insecurities, your own childhood traumas, you can't move on and you can't find someone that's like healthy for you. So that's all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please go down in the description and join my email list. Really easy to sign up. I want to start offering tips and exclusives for you guys. That's all I have. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.